Well, good morning,
Good
Nicole.
morning.
Thank you so much for joining me for
I
this
know.
podcast.
I get to be with the myth, the man, the legend, right? Of
Yeah,
Lakeland.
right.
I love it. Every
Yeah.
time I'm like, I'm gonna go do an interview with Don. They're like, yay, Don! Yay, Don! Don's awesome. Don's a fun guy. So
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Very kind words, Nicole. Very
Yeah.
well. Let me thank Co-House for letting me use this beautiful room.
Yeah.
And so, HotMod Influencer Agency.
It goes by a couple names, but HotMod Agency, we are an influencer agency. So I work directly with influencers, especially here in Lakeland. We have a lot of local influencers. So the businesses here, I think, have the opportunity to work with stay-at-home moms, college students, women in their 30s, like every type of influencer you could think of. Businesses have an opportunity to work with local influencers like you did, where you worked with a local family to, I guess, market your shirts,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah. So
Branding.
yes, I love, we built a community of influencers and content creators. And then the other side of HotMod is I work directly with tourism boards like our own Visit Central Florida, who is actually Polk County's tourism board. And they're responsible for getting people to come visit Polk County and go to our attractions, stay in our hotels. That tax money drives our economy. So one of the things I'm passionate about again is bringing people to Lakeland to see how amazing it is. So it really aligns. I love working with Visit Central Florida. We get to do fun stuff like work with Legoland, Peppa Pig for the younger people, Bach Tower Gardens. I mean, Polk County is pretty massive.
Yeah.
It's like Lake Wales is an hour away, but that's still Polk County. So there's Safari Jungle. There's just so many great things to do here that I think even people who live here don't realize. So I love talking about it and I love bringing awareness to it. So that's something.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So how did you get it started into the why influence and why HotMod? What'd you do before this?
I owned a social media marketing company, so I would work with businesses to build out social media campaigns, post for them, write copy, create graphics. I also worked with women business owners and helping them brand and find like their brand voice and messaging. So I was in the realm, but specifically I got contracted by a digital marketing agency in Fort Worth, Texas. And I went all the way out there for a contract job for like 9 months. And they had a large part of their budget allocated to influencer marketing. And I really got to see, where the strategy was going. Bigger companies, bigger brands were starting to make influencer marketing part of their overall digital presence and digital marketing strategy. So I started to notice that, and I was in charge of that budget. So I had to find influencers, source them, bring them to the table, negotiate with them, and work out a partnership with them for these brands. I would walk through like what content to create. But the one thing I always noticed was most of them being women undersold themselves. They would say, I'll do it for free, just send me some product, or I'll do it for $25. And I'm like, I have a budget. I feel like I don't feel like I could just not pay you, even though this is, what you're accepting. I felt like it was important for me to pay them and make those help them understand that they had value in their services. Now, I didn't go into those full conversations with them because I still, was representing a brand and had to allocate a budget, but I would not say, okay, just product. I would pay them for their services. But that seemed to be a trend, and I was like, okay, so here we are, women are undervaluing themselves, and I'm in a position to do something about it. So when that contract was over, I came back to Lakeland, and I started talking about it, and people started responding, and that's kind of what happened,
Yeah.
Like I hit a chord with somebody, and it
There's
just
this
grew.
whole movement of influence and like mushrooming is.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing stuff for themselves, if you
Right.
will. And it's whatever your mind or whatever your ideas are. People start to do it for themselves instead of working for these corporations or whatever.
Exactly.
They're doing it for themselves, and you help
Yeah.
them along.
Yeah. Well, I think my biggest mission right now is to humanize influencer marketing, because when businesses work with stay-at-home moms, they're helping that family buy extra things for their kids or take extra trips or just buy diapers, like whatever their need is. They're creating a supplemental income. They're helping college students pay off school loans. They're helping dads, buy extra stuff or take their wife out for a date. Like there's a whole human element there. And, something I've always say is like Kim Kardashian is not necessarily influencer, she's a celebrity, but the people we're working with are real people who are building a business, selling content services and making a real difference in their families' lives. And so I really hope to drive that home, and that's why it's so easy to be passionate about it, because I can see, like Paola's family, she's a stay-home mom, she's 4 kids. So any little extra income goes a long way, and that I know makes a difference in somebody else's life.
That's funny. I'll tell you a quick side note that Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
I met her when she was like.
You're kidding
4 or 5,
me.
I kid you not. Her and her sisters, they were little bitty kids.
What?
And I was in their home, and we were doing Bruce Jenner's face as a sculpture. I used to create hand sculptures of people's.
You're kidding me.
I kid you not. I just happened to, I'm going over here to tell a friend about this.
No way. Oh.
I kid you not.
Is that you?
That's me.
No way.
That's me.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's
So we were doing
cool.
creating sculptures of their face, and him and his wife and his little kids running around. I didn't know who they were. They were just little kids. And
this is when he was an Olympic star.
Yeah. Well, I grew up watching him on Wheaties and the Olympics and all that.
Yeah, that's true.
And
did you live in Calabasas, California, or where was this?
From Plant City. No, I flew out to LA and a whole bunch of celebrities.
Okay.
So anyway.
Wow.
Yeah, that's just a little side note. It's funny.
I mean,
I had no idea she was going to go be a star. I was like, holy crap, and all this crap.
I don't think she did. Well, maybe she did.
No,
I don't know.
No,
but,
they don't know. No.
Yeah.
But we did his face, we did his hands and his wife's hands. The kids didn't do anything.
Right.
His kids, but it was funny.
So it was like a cast?
Beautiful home. Yeah. Well, you put your hand in there and it turns into rubber.
Okay.
Pull your hand out, and then you pour stone into it, and it dries into a real sharp sculpture.
Okay. Wow.
And it's so detailed, it gets your fingerprints and everything.
You guys have been married for how long?
25.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
We used to be young. I had hair too.
I know. Can you believe it? Hey, I look at pictures now and I'm like, wow, we were so young then, but I feel like I'm just getting started, which is the crazy part,
So this whole new, everybody doing their own influencing, everybody doing their own thing. Yeah. And actually, I've hired micro influencers,
yes.
A couple $100, they'll do the videos and all that and try to get my brand more recognized.
Yeah. What about that guy who wore your t-shirt? I think it's still one of your biggest reels, is the guy who was like super muscular walking through. Was it
Lucas Lektukin?
Yes. Yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah, well, I found him like on TikTok or Instagram, and I said he was wearing a shirt that said, "Your ad here."
Right.
And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Few $100, and then he moved from LA to New York, and now he's promoting himself in New York, and I get to use that. That was a lucky shot.
That is, but that kind of happens. Just like if you don't know, if you hire a content creator, if that particular video is going to go viral, you have a lot better chance of that happening with like an influencer than if you try to do it on your own. It can still happen, but influencers are so embedded in the economy of what's going on and what's trending because they're in it every day, right? Like this is what they do.
Is the goal to get viral? Is that the goal of a lot of these people?
I would say that having a viral video can kind of go both ways in the sense that like you can attract a lot of trolls, but you can usually grow your following that way. Okay. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. I think the goal at the end of the day, is to grow your followers so that you can have services that you can get your brand out. But what I always tell them is like, it's great, grow your audience, but what are you doing with them? Are you creating a community? Are you selling services? Are you selling a digital download? Like there has to be an end goal besides you're just popular on the internet. This has to be monetized in some way. Now the platforms do pay the creators like cents on the dollar for how many reel watches they get.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's just like YouTube. YouTube has AdSense, so they get paid to run advertising in their long form video, right? So they'll make a little bit of money there. Again, I don't think it could be a couple $100, maybe $1,000. I don't think it's anything to necessarily live off of, but it's a nice, again, another
fill the
stream of
gas
income.
tank, dinner.
Thank you. Yeah, it's like that. So, but with them, the goal should be you're building an email list, so that you have a warm audience, that when you do finally come out with like a coaching program or something you want to sell, these people already trust you, love you. They really are waiting for you to, offer something to them. So, hopefully the end goal is that you continue to build your business.
And see, that's the thing about where I'm at. I thought I'll just make a directory of Lakeland.
Yeah.
Literally, during COVID, I'm sitting on the couch. I said, let's just make a directory of Lakeland, put everything in one place. I did not know that influencing and video and...
You didn't know that one decision was going to lead all the way here, right?
Now I have a personality. I was like, I'm not a social person.
Yeah, well, you are now.
I've been forced into it.
You're a personality of Lakeland. It's like... Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
I get it. It is fun. But all these other influencers that you're hiring, they want to go viral. They want to make some money and grow their audience. So the more the bigger their audience gets, the more they can charge later down the road for the next one.
Definitely. You can see their rates increase as they grow their audience. You've got, there's a couple different tiers. So like, the nano and micro influencers are usually under around 10,000. Then it starts to grow to like a mid-tier level. And then you have those macro influencers. And the thing about working with like nano and micro, like the ones with a little bit less followers, those audiences are usually more engaged just because the influencer is very committed to their community. You can kind of see that taper off the bigger they get, just because I guess maybe it's hard to manage all the comments or whatever the case is. And it's not the case for everybody, but I love working with the influencers that are really committed to their audience, because then
Yeah, that's kind of like me, because I'm committed to Lakeland. My name is I Am Lakeland. I'm going nowhere. This is what I do, and I just want the community to know, the people that are in the community, we have a lot of different things going on.
You do. What I love about your channels and platforms is that you bring awareness to businesses that nobody else really does.
And it's the entrepreneur, it's the small people that I like to interview. It is.
They don't have these huge budgets to be in print advertising or paid for Facebook ads, or they don't even know how to do it. So like, it's a labor of love, I think, and it's so important to get them awareness because they need it the most, and just a little motivation or support like that can help them stay in the right mindset to go another year, just to keep going, because small business is the core of our community, and if they start falling off, then we'd just be one big box store. So we have to, that's where the heart is.
So are you originally here from Lakeland? Where are you from originally?
I'm a Floridian, but I'm actually from Sarasota in Tampa area. Didn't come to Lakeland until, I think it was like 2013 or 14, I want to say. I was in the Midwest for a couple of years.
I'm from Cincinnati.
Okay. We were in Kansas City, Missouri for a couple of years.
That's where I was born.
No way.
I kid you not. I was born in Kansas City, Missouri.
No way.
St. James Hospital.
Okay, yeah, we were on the Missouri side, and I loved Kansas City. They have the most statues next to like Greece. I mean, it's like the second amount of statues. Like, who ever knew that until you go there? But the weather in the summer is like dreamy. It's like 75, 80 on a hot day. So we spent like every day, but as soon as Labor Day is done, it starts to get cold again, and you're like, oh wait, okay, the pool's closed. What's happening here? Pools never close in Florida. So I told my husband, I'm like, we need to get back to Florida. My family's there. I need the beach in my life. And he got finally found a job with Lakeland Regional. And I was like, I don't know anything about Lakeland. I know I drove past it to get to Orlando to party at, in Orlando. But I was like, it's close enough. Let's go. And so we did. And we ended up here, and like, thank goodness, because Brandon, I used to live out there.
A lot of people, a lot of traffic.
So bad. It's so much anxiety just going there. I love Lakeland. Yes, we're getting a lot of new people, and traffic's increasing and development's happening. But I still love the commissioners. I still love the mission and goals and the small town feel.
Our sheriff.
Yeah, our sheriff. So our leadership's there. So I feel like we're in good hands as far as like steering the boat of how, you know, where Lakeland goes. That's something that you don't find in other places, you know, so.
We're very fortunate.
We are.
I feel insulated.
Yeah, like we're in a bubble.
Yeah, that's right.
I know.
Yeah.
it feels like that.
Well, fantastic. So what are the different services, if you find someone that sees this video, what services do you offer, or how do they go about it?
Yeah, I love working with people who have maybe considered influencing or content creation, have built an audience, but not really sure how to get started in the sense of like how to work with brands or how to pitch themselves. So I love working with newbies who are looking to get into the industry. I love working with small businesses who want to utilize influencer marketing, but again, have no idea how to start, how to find an influencer. They can come to me and say, hey, like, help me find an influencer that's perfect for my business. I can do that all day. And we also manage the business side of it. Like, how much do I pay the influencer? What do I have them do? You know, kind of like really taking them through the whole process. And then there's some reporting that we can do after that. Or if you're a travel destination and you want to use influencer marketing to attract new visitors, we're the perfect agency for that. So
that is fantastic. Yeah, I'm a client.
Yeah,
I'm a client.
I know. And hopefully you found the process very simple and easy. Yeah,
and answer all my questions, and you continue to help me after that. You support me just here and there, seeing each other.
Right.
That's fantastic.
That's right. That's right.
And I also know you support our community as well.
Oh yeah.
I know that there's some other things that you do at the chamber. What's some of the things that you do outside of HotMod?
Yeah, so I am a Lakeland Chamber of Commerce member, and I kept sending them emails and saying, hey, if you guys need me, there's always so many ways to get involved. It's just really like asking, and it just ended up being good timing. They're creating some subgroups like for veterans and women and all these different things. So they asked me to chair this new council. It's called the Women's Business Council. So you won't be able to come to that one, Dawn, but women in the community can attend this event, and we're going to be talking about all kinds of things that affect women in business, from learning your elevator pitch. So when you meet somebody, you can say something exactly what you do, very clear, and be confident while you do that. So many people just in general kind of struggle with that, including myself. It's an evolving thing that we are always working on. So it's just one of the many things we're going to be talking about. I also am on the Top Buttons board because they support young women getting into the workforce. They teach them how to dress modestly and professionally. They work with PACE girls here and a lot of the other girls' organizations. Bring them in, let them go shopping at their boutiques, and guide them through makeup, hair, all the fun stuff, just to help them feel confident. And they're at a very, I guess, tender age, so it's a great program. The women wearing confidence program with Top Buttons. I'm in the Junior League of Greater Lakeland. They're amazing. We're focused on women and children and literacy, and so we pass out thousands of books every year. We also fill the closet at Tenor Rock High School. Are you familiar with Tenor Rock? So they have a huge closet that comes with toiletries and things they might not get at home, food, also uniforms. So students can go there and shop essentially for things that they might not afford.
I think PACE has something like that.
Yeah. A lot of them do, because that's kind of one of those things that get overlooked.
It's a big help.
Right. Yeah. So that's some of the organizations that I'm involved in right now that I say yes to a lot, and I'm starting to kind of probably overwhelm myself, but it's so hard to say no. I'm like, that's the next thing I can help serve, and it could be an opportunity to meet new people and circle back around in this amazing community.
That's right. You never know the next person, you can change their life.
Exactly.
You're helping people along the whole way, and the next person could be the next one.
So that's what I think about if I say no. I'm like, but wait, there's something in somebody else that could be served. So I try, but I end up saying yes to a lot. But I say I'm in a season of yes, and it's been an amazing experience so far.
Yeah,
so
I'm having a lot of fun. Same thing.
Yeah. You are definitely in a season of yes, right? And learning, like just consuming all of this knowledge from all these people is like awesome.
It is. It really is. It's life. It's enjoying life.
Yeah.
It really is. So, the future, what have you got planned in the future? Anything in the near future that you'd like to share or willing to share?
Yeah, I am really loving hosting these workshops. The one that you came to, as I talk more and more people, I'm more comfortable. I really love being in front of people and sharing the message of influencer marketing or just marketing in general. And so we're going to host a whole day summit for women in Tampa, but it's going to focus on how to pitch yourself to TV stations and to be on TV. Because my partner, my host, is going to be, her name's Sorbani. She was with Fox 13 for about 12 years, and she recently left and is working with her coaching business. But she's got, decades of experience of being a TV's newscaster, and is going to teach people how to pitch themselves so they can get on TV.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know. Awesome. It's really, really cool. You have to, news channels are looking for stories, especially human interest stories. So really, if you find a trend, something that's happening in the news and can relate your industry or business to it, you can pitch TV stations and morning shows, and they're looking for those kinds of stories. So, but it's just a matter of like how to do it, when to do it, and kind of teaching you those steps to do it. So that's what we're going to spend a lot of time. This is going to be November. I want to say we haven't nailed down the exact day yet. We're finalizing everything by this Saturday. So I'll have to say more to come.
August 21st?
Yeah, so in November, it's actually going to be at a TV studio in Tampa, like a big TV studio. Yeah, so it's going to be a big deal.
That's awesome.
If I were on the other end and I read about that or saw that was an option, I would jump all over.
So is that going to, when you videotape it or whatever, it's going to be open to the public after that?
No, well, it's you can buy a ticket. It's a ticketed event. There's probably going to be about 25 seats because we have to think about how many people can fit into the studio. But part of it is they get to go and do, again, coming back to like an elevator pitch, but they get to do that with a TV news broadcaster.
Professionals.
Exactly. Experts in the field, Emmy award-winning experts, and they will be able to give them feedback right away and tell them how to tweak their elevator pitch and just their tips on confidence and personality. They'll get one-on-one with them. So you get to walk away really
nice.
Poised and ready and confident to not only pitch a TV station, but obviously that kind of segues across multiple things.
So you're going to finalize it this week. And if people want to buy a ticket, how do they do that? Eventbrite?
It's going to be on Eventbrite.
Yeah. Eventbrite.
Yeah, you actually, I'm like, is it Eventbrite? It's Eventbrite. It's going to be on Eventbrite, and I will have it at HotMod's Instagram Linktree when the tickets are live, which will be by this weekend. So, and then I'll be talking about it a lot more on social and really trying to, drive awareness to it because I think it's going to be a crucial.
It sounds like a very good resource for anybody.
Yeah.
So subscribe to HotMod.
Yeah,
on
come
Instagram,
follow me at HotMod.
Facebook,
LinkedIn. Love LinkedIn. I want to be doing some more articles on LinkedIn and talking more, like I said, about the other side of influencer marketing that I don't think people realize. There can be a stigma around it sometimes, and I want people to see the real faces behind influencer marketing. So I want to be talking about that more. I feel like LinkedIn's the platform to do that too,
Sure.
So just kind of like you post these on YouTube.
Right, yeah.
I love that you're on like every platform. Like that's inspiring. That's not a small feat.
I don't know what's so different. I mean, I think what it is I think people recognize the brand. I am Lakeland, because I think everybody can be on every platform.
True.
It's the I am Lakeland brand that people are becoming more aware of, that I'm benefiting from.
Yeah, and even if you don't necessarily post as much on, say, Twitch or something, if somebody's on there and finds you,
I don't even know what Twitch is. I've got an account there.
It's a video
but I don't
game.
know what it is.
It's a video game recorded platform, where people play video games and talk about it, and people can watch other play video games. Right?
So a kid is sitting in front of his screen playing a video, recording it.
Yes.
Then after it's done, he's going to put it on Twitch, and people are going to sit there and watch another person play a game.
I actually think it's live, so people can comment and have their
so it's
input.
real time.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, go to the right, go to the left.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I hope that would probably annoy the player
Yeah.
to death. But I bet you there's some live options, and then maybe record and do that. But it's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge.
I'm retired, so I'm not up with the kids and all their. I mean, my
there's-
daughter keeps a lot of it. She keeps me
Yeah.
inside because I have to ask her, what is this? What is this? What
She's
is
like your business associate,
Huh?
really.
She's
She's
a-
your advisor.
That's
She's your
right.
advisor. You got to have something. Look, my son's 13. I go to him for a lot of things. I don't know it all. I couldn't possibly know it all. So I rely on my teenager now. I guess he's not a tween anymore. Kind of crazy when they start getting up
That's
there.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, she's got more people on hers than I do.
Yeah.
I'm following her lead.
Right. Exactly.
She's 18. She just graduated high school, and now she's gonna go to school.
And she has a very specific niche. So I mean, she's a great person. She knows her audience.
Yeah,
She
she
knows
has
what.
fun.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what it should be. It should still be fun. At
Yeah,
the end of
that's
the
what it
day, you'll get more comfortable with these videos, and they start to become fun. And when you have passion behind that, I mean, it's like a
Fantastic.
win-win.
Well, thank you. Is there anything else? Anybody
I don't know.
else?
I feel like
Anything
I definitely talked a lot. I appreciate
It's a lot
it.
of information.
I
Thank
know
you so much.
it is a lot. I have a lot to say
We can
about
do this again and again and
That's
again.
true.
There's no
Hey,
limit.
when there's some new things that we're doing, and I'll
That's
touch
right.
base with you and let you know, and I'll come back on.
And I'll be happy to post it all I can.
Okay.
All of my viewers.
Hey, all
Well,
right,
thank you,
awesome.
Nicole. God bless.
I know,
Thank you.
thank you.